Okay, good evening, everybody. Again, my name is Jimmy McCarthy, and I am the CTE Success Coordinator here at South Plains College. And we are going to go over interviewing skills. And as usual, I am just learning this like you guys are. So please bear with me through any glitches, any kind of mistakes, any kind of just anything, because this is all new and really this program is not acting right now, so we'll just try and do the best that we can. Okay, interviewing skills. So you've landed the interview. Now what? Your resume is going to get you in the door. Your interview is going to get you the job. Okay, it's just that simple. So now what are you going to do? We're just going to go over some simple interviewing tips. We're going to go over some interviewing questions. We are going to just talk about some strategies to answer questions, some do's and don'ts about interviewing, and hopefully this will help you out. When you view this video, please put your name in the comments so you can get credit for it. And if you have watched the other video, make sure that you go back and put your name in the comments as well. I'm going to enable comments on the other one so that you can put your name and get credit for that one as well. Okay, with that in mind, let's go ahead and go. All right. The first thing you want to do is you want to research the company. What kind of place are you going to work for? Understanding key information about the company you're interviewing with can help you go into your interview with confidence. Using the company's website, social media posts, recent press releases, anything that helps you get an understanding of what kind of company you're going to go work for. And I'll say, like, use Dillard's as an example. If you're going to go to work for Dillard's, you want to know all about Dillard's. Any kind of sales they have going on, any kind of promotions, any kind of stuff they might post out on Twitter or Facebook or something like that. You want to make sure that you are a fit for that company as well as they are a fit for you. There's nothing worse than going for a job that you don't really want and being unhappy. Okay? Okay, so you get to the interview and let's just talk about some common interview questions, okay? They might ask you, tell me about yourself, okay? You want to be specific. When they say, tell us about yourself, tell what your hobbies are. What are some things that you enjoy? Just some relevant information about you. Don't get too personal. You really don't want to go, well, I'm a single father, or, oh, I'm a single mother, or this, or that. You might just want to say you enjoy reading, you enjoy hunting, you enjoy going shopping, you enjoy spending time with friends, you like long walks, stuff like that. So you want to stay within yourself, not getting personal about yourself. They might ask you is, how would you describe yourself? Well, if I was asked that question, I would say that I am a strongly independent woman, that I have an incredible work ethic, that people know me as funny. They think I have a really good sense of humor, that I'm very confident. You want to use words that describe who you are and how others would see you. You're probably going to get a question like, what are your strengths and weaknesses? My strength is that I have a very strong work ethic. I don't think that there's any task too big that I can't figure out. I don't shy away from hard things. You tell me to do something, I can do it. And if I don't understand it, I'm going to ask questions. What is my weaknesses? Well, I know that I am not naturally organized, so that I have to purposefully make myself organized. So I do that by keeping a calendar electronic, and I keep a hand calendar, and I keep a to-do list. So whatever weaknesses you say that you have, make sure that you give examples on how you overcome that weakness. Why do you want to work here? Well, when I was asked the question of why I wanted to work here at South Plains College, I said that my daughter had come to South Plains College, and one, I was moving to the area, and two, my daughter had a great experience at South Plains College, and three, I had heard nothing but great things about South Plains College, so that's why I would want to work there. What makes you right for the position? Well, I had experience in CTE. I have higher education experience. I have experience in higher education and working at a junior college. Okay, what motivates me? Well, people around me motivates me, and I'm a natural motivator myself. So I like to excel. I like to win. I like to do my best. I like people to be impressed with my work ethic. Okay, you want to be specific as you can about any question that they ask you. They might ask you, can you tell me about a difficult work situation and how you overcame it? Well, I had a very difficult work situation when I first came to South Plains, and I went to my boss and talked to him about it, who in turn gave me some advice about it and how to handle it. And I confronted that person and told him that he got the wrong idea about me and what I was supposed to be doing. And we pretty much had an agreement that we would agree to disagree. Okay, so you want to be specific about what the work situation was and how you overcame it. Why should we hire you? Well, they asked me that question as South Plains when I came to interview for South Plains College as well. Why should we hire you? Well, I get along with everyone. I have experience working with high schools and counselors, principals, and superintendents. I'm very good at making relationships with other people, and I could go on and on and on why you should hire me for South Plains College. So you want to be, again, specific in their answering their questions. How do you motivate those around you? Well, I always strive to be my very best and lead by example. Well, how do you lead by example? Well, when there's a deadline and it's 5 o'clock and it's time to go, am I going to be the first one to leave? No, I'm going to stay until we need to get our work done. So I lead by an example. How do you handle high stress situations? I read, I walk, I spend time with my family. I talk to people. I talk to those around me who might be experiencing those things. What is your greatest accomplishment? I would probably say having my daughter and becoming a parent, because I didn't want to become a parent. But that's a little personal. So you might come and say, okay, within 1 year at this job, I was promoted to this, or this. Okay, so you want to keep it work related. Describe a time when your boss was wrong. How did you handle the situation? Well, I politely told him that I thought this was the answer and not this, or we should do this instead of this. And how did I handle the situation? Well, you just calmly communicate what your thoughts are and kind of go from there. How would you feel about reporting to a person younger than you? I would have no problem at all. We're all team players, so whatever we need to do to get the job done. Describe a time you went above and beyond at work. Well, there was a project due at 6 o'clock, and so we stayed till 10 o'clock the night before to get that project in. So I'm willing to go above and beyond and do whatever we need to do to get the work done. But here again, you want to be as specific as you can when you're answering these questions. Don't be afraid to say, I don't understand what you're asking, or can we circle back to this question, or something like that. And quite frankly, don't ever be afraid to say, I don't know about something. Okay? All right. Now, the day of the interview, you need to dress appropriately. That means clean, neat clothes, males tuck in your shirt. If all you have are jeans and a nice shirt, at least make them clean jeans and a nice shirt and it's tucked in. If you don't have a belt, that's okay. Ladies, same thing, but no low-cut shirts or jackets or sweaters or anything like that. Don't ever wear a hat to an interview. Don't ever take your cell phone into an interview. You want to make sure that you sit up straight and make eye contact with everybody that you are in contact with. You want to look at each person that's in the interview, and you want to make sure that you can look them in the eye. When you don't look people in the eye, it makes you look unconfident, and you want to go in there and look as confident as you can. When you're speaking to people, try to keep your hands up top or together. I'm a hand talker. I'm a hand talker. So it's really hard for me. But if you are a hand talker, that doesn't look bad. But if you're not a hand talker, just keep your hands down flat on a table. Okay? Don't discuss personal issues such as being a single parent or going through a divorce, or you might be pregnant or anything like that. You want to leave all personal information. If you don't know an answer to a question, don't be afraid to come back to it or say you are not sure what is being asked. It's better to say you don't know. It's better to say, can we circle back to that question? And it's better to say, let me think about that while we're talking and come back to it. Okay? You will look more foolish you will look foolish, period, if you try to BS through an answer rather than saying, I'm not sure what you're asking. Could you explain that a little further? People don't mind explaining them to themselves. They don't mind explaining the question. We're really just looking to see how you respond to questions. Okay? Always be mindful of social media. Even though employers cannot legally ask for social media, rest assured someone has already looked up or will be looking at your social media, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of those things. I promise you somebody is looking at your social media when they get your name, and they're going to call you for an interview because they want to know what you're all about. If you're posting vulgar stuff, sexual stuff, inappropriate stuff, racial stuff, political stuff, all of that kind of stuff on your social media, you might want to take that down, or anything that is questionable off of your Facebook, off of your Instagram, because I guarantee you somebody's probably looking if you're getting an interview for this job. Okay? So be sure and do that. Okay, when answering questions, you can use the STAR method. All right, this is where you go and you look for you define the situation. What is the context of your story? In the setting, the situation, you are telling the listener when or where this event took place. For example, we were working on a 6-month contract for a high-value client when our agency merged with another larger firm. You want to assign it a task. What was your role in this situation? For example, it was my role to lead the transition for my group while also communicating with our client to keep the project on track. Then you want an action and the result. So if you get kind of tangled up, just remember situation, a task, an action, or a result. And it really is, it's just telling a story and how you solve that story. Okay? Don't get jumbled up in your mind if this is something that you can't remember, if it's something that you it would just confuse you, just blank it out. You want to tell a specific story and the result of that specific story. Okay, so just remember it like that. Okay, after the interview, Ask questions. Always ask questions. They want to know that you're interested in them as well. But do not ask about pay. The interview is never the correct time to discuss pay. You will want to show interest by asking questions, even simple ones as, how long has each person been with the company? When does the position start? What kind of employee candidate are they looking for? Okay, just simple questions. I mean, there are tons of questions that you can ask, but those are just really just simple questions. Make sure that you shake everyone's hand. Make sure that you thank everybody for their time. You look them in the eye and you thank them for everything they've done. Thank you for the opportunity. Another question you might ask is, when will they be making a decision, and how will they contact you, and then will they contact you either way? Okay? All right. Now, that's pretty much it. And as always, if you need any help, if you get a job interview, please don't hesitate to email me. Please don't hesitate to talk to anybody at the Star Center. Please don't hesitate to contact anybody at South Plains if you need help. We can set up mock interviews. We can set up just anything to help you get ready. We can look at your clothing, whatever you need to do so that we can help you be successful. Okay. On this video, be sure to leave your name in the comments so that you can get credit for watching this. And also, too, I'm going to enable the comments so you can go back to the earlier one and leave your name in the video also, so that you can get credit. Okay. Again, I thank you. I hope everybody's doing wonderful at home. Be safe, and thank you for your time, and thanks for watching this video.